I'm a guy who loves CrossFit and one day decided to fly across the country, buy an RV, and drive home stopping at random CrossFit boxes and seeing the culture firsthand. Now I plan to go all over the US and record my Journey2Rx. So CrossFit Sacramento. This was my first stop on my journey, and I met Coach Tilly when I got there, and she could not have been more welcoming. She made doing the drop-in process super comfortable. I mean, she was just so welcoming the minute I walked in. I got there early, so we had a chance to chat. You know, obviously, I wanted to sign their waiver and just meet the coach. She was just such a welcoming person, and you could tell the vibe of the box was welcoming. I mean, everyone that came in was just coming over to say hi, and they were excited to see a new face. I had the opportunity to chat with Tilly for a few minutes before everybody else got there, and she let me know some of the things that the box did. They do some outreach programs with some of the inner city kids locally, and you could just tell that there was a feeling of community and desire to serve, and that's how I would break down my experience with the box. You could tell that they were there to serve their community. We did a pretty impressive workout. We did some rolling 100s on the rower to get started, so some extra burpees on that, and then we did an overhead squat complex where I actually PR'd twice. Tilly was great, really good, encouraging, and some really good pointers on positioning, getting into it. So I was able to actually hit a PR, and then I hit another PR, 5 pounds, 10 pounds heavier, 5s on each side right after that. So I was super happy about that. The WOD itself was pretty crazy. It was for time, and it was 100 wall balls, 100 toes to bar, 100 hang snatches, 50 wall balls, 50 toes to bar, 50 hang power snatches. But it was with a partner, and my partner was awesome. He had a strength training background, but hadn't been doing CrossFit very long. So we got pretty far into it. We did not finish. I mean, we did time out for the next class, but there'll be some video in this, showing some of the workout with my partner, and we did a good job. So got a heck of a workout. Really enjoyed the feel and the vibe of this place. Again, it really couldn't have been more welcoming, and couldn't recommend it more. As far as the goals of CrossFit and what it's trying to do, it checked all the boxes. So CrossFit Sacramento gets a big thumbs up from me. All right, we are here with Tilly at CrossFit Sacramento. All right, we got one question out of Tilly. If you stopped doing CrossFit today, how would your life look?
Very differently. So I come from a background where I was a drug addict for 8 years, and so that's what I do for a living. So I found CrossFit through recovery, actually, and it keeps me sane. I'm a very hot-headed person, and it's something that just kind of brings peace to my life. So without it, I don't think I would be as good as a mother or as a partner or just an individual.
Wow.
That's what I CrossFit.
That's pretty awesome.
Hey,
Thank you, Tilly.
Of course.
All right, so what's your name and what box are you with?
Danny, and what'd you say?
What box?
The box. CrossFit Sacramento.
CrossFit Sacramento. Very cool. All right, if you could go back and talk to yourself on your first day of CrossFit, what would you tell yourself?
I'd say the biggest thing is work on flexibility and form.
Okay.
As I come from a weight training background, and trying to transfer from that to CrossFit has been very difficult, just because there's a lot of compound movements that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
And I got very, very stiff over the years. So I say flexibility, mobility, and form, just to protect myself from injury, is probably the biggest thing.
That's great advice, brother. That's great stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to click the like and subscribe if you want to see more. Next up, CrossFit Initiative in Reno, Nevada.